It's been a long time since a game made me want to log in just to exist in its world. Not to grind, not to chase a build, but just to be there. And that is what Where Winds Meet did for me. So I've been playing open world RPGs for a long time, and eventually just starts to feel like you already know the loop before the game even finishes explaining it. You know, you explore this massive world, you learn the system, optimize the build, and after doing that over and over and over, that sense of discovery just kind of starts to fade. In that 36 playthrough, it just doesn't hit the same as the first one did. And so that's kind of what I thought I was gonna get, but then that opening scene.
It's you.
I mean, come on, bro. Look at this. This is mad cinematic. Then they start to sprinkle in a little bit of the combat gameplay, which is fire. So if you played games like Elden Ring or Dark Souls before, then you're probably pretty familiar with the style of easy to learn, hard to master combat. Oh yeah, don't fuck with the geese.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
But honestly, one of the things that makes the combat really shine is the way that the animations just blend seamlessly into the combat experience. So, for example, you could be fighting a boss and you end up hitting a well-timed counter, and then you get this crazy little like mini cutscene, and it's just like the little attention to details like that that they repeatedly just caught my eye over and over and over. Now, another thing that surprised me was kind of how deep the customization went without it being super overwhelming. I expected surface level options early on, but it was basically like I was shaping out my character's identity, because you can completely change your appearance, your build. Oh yeah, you can build. So yeah, I mean, just about everything in the game allows for choice, from profession to crafting to combat style. And that freedom doesn't get buried within the optimizations. Instead, it's just something that you discover naturally by playing the game. The further you go, the more things that you will realize you could do or may want to do. That leads me to exploration. The towns they're truly alive. Like, you'll meet people with their own life stories, you know, merchants in the street, kids playing, young monks training in unison. And this philosophy of freedom, it extends right into the social side of things too. So you've got guilds that are focusing on like the hardcore PvP grind, and then there's guilds that are just purely about casual social experience. Like, for example, one day I logged in and hunted down bandits, and then 10 minutes later I was on an insane yacht called a Mirage boat, and I was playing mahjong with people from across the world, so that was pretty cool. If you're a loot goblin like me, this place is honestly a paradise.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
The more curious that you are, the more you're rewarded for going off the beaten path. You're not stuck on the main quest line or on any quest line really, and you're actually encouraged for going off and exploring on your own. And honestly, the exploration is how you get the story. That's where the lore is baked in. It's never like handed to you, but you will start to find more pieces and more connections the further you go through the game. So because of that, it's merged into the quests, into the boss fights, into the environments. Here it has real weight and real impact like on the game and on the choices that you'll end up making. I thought it was really cool because it encourages you to slow down and like listen more closely and just kind of actually observe what's going on around you. Now, the cool part about this is that all of those different systems, they exist together without necessarily fighting for your attention. The game never pressures you into doing everything. You kind of have this exciting freedom instead of just being overwhelmed by all the stuff that you have to do. That was huge for me because as someone who plays RPGs for immersion rather than just like the spectacle, that approach really resonated with me, and I think that's part of like what keeps me sticking around. It's been a long time since I've given a game a 10 out of 10, but this is absolutely one of those. Now, that 10 out of 10 doesn't mean the game is perfect, which probably sounds crazy considering what I just said, but hear me out here. Sure, there's a couple issues with like audio desync or the occasional quest bug where things are kind of out of whack. But let's just keep things in perspective. This game launched less than 3 months ago, and it's free to play. To be honest, most titles right now lack even a fraction of the depth, and they want 60 to 70 bucks for it. So in closing, this game gave me back a feeling I honestly thought I had grown out of, which was, just getting lost in a new world in the best way possible. Now, this is only my second video on the channel, and I'm planning to follow this journey for a long time. So I'm curious, I want to hear from you. Does this look like a 10 out of 10, or does the free to play tag kind of make you skeptical? Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe. I've got another video about this coming soon, and it really helps while I'm trying to get the channel off the ground. I don't really know where this journey ends yet, but I just know I'm enjoying it. See you in the next one.